In this video, we'll talk about the new Tesla-backed battery design that is created for electric vehicles. This new million-mile battery will revolutionize the world in many ways. Here's our detailed review of our beginners. Let's begin. When it comes to cars and their batteries, the present-day car batteries have a terrible reputation. The batteries die out in a year or two, and they're renowned to weaken the cars in the long run. The modern solutions for car improvement are much needed, as the cars used in the present day are not doing too well for the environment or the cars. Million-mile battery. The solution lies in the million-mile battery that is being developed by Tesla as we speak. Tesla has announced they are close to deploying the new kind of EV battery. The new EV battery is expected to cost much lower in price and last for 100,000 miles. In terms of years, that mileage promise will translate into 2 to 3 years for a standard family car. The new battery will have a lower cobalt level, and Tesla has been researching an improved battery for many years. Why? Electric vehicles are expensive. Even though technical cars are hailed as eco-friendly, high quality, and certainly the future of the world, the product still sells as an exclusive brand. But with the new batteries, electric vehicles will no longer be a high-maintenance product. These batteries will make cars more energy sufficient, reliable, and high-quality products for buyers to avail themselves. Presently, Tesla cars cost $45,000 without tax, and the buyer gains $200 and change in mileage. But with the new batteries, the Tesla cars will be usable and cheap for as long as any other diesel and oil-based car. The impact on the auto industry. The Paris Peace Agreement and another major initiative to reduce the pressure to reduce the carbon footprint across the globe has greatly increased. The modern auto industry is continuously blamed for not doing any decisive action to reduce the carbon footprint of automobiles. Tesla was formed with the sole purpose of effectively reducing the carbon footprint of automobiles on the globe. TechCrunch's standpoint. TechCrunch has shed light on why the new battery will be an evolutionary milestone for the EV automobile industry. As they state, the automakers including Tesla insist that an EV will cost the same as a standard gasmobile, as the taxes on EV mobile are considerably low. But if the EV battery will reduce the price considerably, then with reduced taxes, an EV vehicle will be considerably more cost-effective than a standard oil and gas vehicle. These developments will be a strong incentive for average users to buy Tesla vehicles and bring EV into mainstream use. Once the technology is perfected, more companies will consider developing EV vehicles, as these will be cheaper and more desirable than the standard vehicle. The expectation is that the present launch of EV batteries with long life will allow EV automobiles to become more mainstream than ever before. The launch plan. Tesla has a long-winded launch plan to inaugurate their new batteries. Their first launch will be in China, according to Reuters, where they will launch the battery for Model 3. The company will roll out an extensive battery range for all the models that the brand produces and will focus on all the major markets. The company aims to reduce the labor costs of battery productions by refining and fine-tuning the manufacturing processes. They'll also raise the output volume of the product, and the plans to execute the vision are active and ongoing in the infamous Terafactories. The Terafactories. Terafactories are the production houses where the modern Tesla research and development plans are executed. The Terafactories are going to replace the present-day Gigafactories that Tesla is operating in the present day. These Terafactories will occupy 30 times more space than the present-day Tesla factories and will provide similarly considerable output. The modern packaging. Tesla presently creates battery bindles where the battery cells are packed with the accessories required for installation. As these batteries are not commonly available, their installation devices are also provided by the company. That makes these packages expensive and only available at Tesla outlets. But with the updated product, the battery will be independent and will be ready for placement from the get-go. The Holy Grail scenario. The Tesla battery that was developed recently was the holy grail for half a century, as the automobile industry did not know how to run cars on electricity alone. But with Tesla's latest invention, it's hoped that the world can move to more energy-sufficient solutions. The Tesla batteries are expected to be recyclable, and the toxic waste of car batteries is a serious problem. These batteries should greatly improve the carbon footprint around the globe in the long run. The delays in announcement. Elon Musk has announced in a recent tweet that the launch of the new batteries might be delayed. Like any other businessman, Elon Musk wants a strong crowd for the groundbreaking battery to be launched. But as the second wave of COVID has prompted quarantines, Musk is not sure that he'll be able to gather the crowd that he wants at the premiere launch of the product. Ford and GM are right behind. It should be noted that Tesla is not the only brand that is actively pursuing EV cars for their future. With a recession-based economy, the dream of EV automobiles is a bigger challenge for Ford and GM. But these major brands have tried their level best to convince their investors that they're going to pull their way through the COVID economic clash. GM has retained its net profit because it still deals in standard cars, but Ford has reported a drop of $2 billion in its net profit in the first quarter of 2020. Bill Ford and his allies are working tirelessly to turn the tide in the favor of the company and gain value and strength in front of their investors. It should be noted that Ford has been reporting a decline in profits for the past 3 years. Their declining market worth did not begin with COVID, but the present-day scenario has not helped their case. The EV batteries, if they become more reliable, will help save Ford in the long run. Once the product becomes mainstream, Ford can build a stronger ground for its investment in the EV automobile sector and gain stronger revenue for a product that was not known for making a profit until recently. Ford has gone through a $6 billion restructuring so far, and the pandemic has complicated the scenario for the company even more. The grid impact. A strong impact is expected from the latest batteries, and with a global fleet of 1 million cars on the road, Tesla can promise a deep solution. The world expects 1 million electric vehicles to connect with the grid and run on electrical energy. For the electrical energy generation purpose, Tokyo Electric Power 9501T and Pacific Gas and Electric PCG are expected to take up the toll. The contemporary Amperex Technology Ltd., CATL, by China, has worked with Tesla in a joint venture to develop the new battery line. Elon Musk recruited academic battery experts who focused on the main design of the product. The battery will have a stronger energy density, larger storage capacity, and a much lower cost, and it'll be available along with other Tesla products across North America. The battery is developed with an aim at enhancement through innovation. The battery will have low cobalt and cobalt-free battery design, and will rely on other chemicals to replace cobalt as additives. These batteries will reduce internal stress and will enable the batteries to store more energy. The aforementioned terafactories will focus on creating heavily automated battery manufacturing processes as a way to recut labor costs. The product will also increase greatly when the major production processes are considerably automated. The terafactories will not be a product easy to replicate by other product houses. Even though Tesla is a commonly available product creator, the genius of Elon Musk has always been that his products are high-end and not easy to replicate. Even though Ford should be able to find solace in the growth of the modern product, it's hard to imagine that they can replicate the production model. Tesla has also announced that they're interested in supplying electricity to households and consumers to bring down electricity prices. It does make sense because if a company is running cars on electricity, then they have to create a sufficient supply of electricity itself. The electricity that is generated presently is commonly government-sanctioned and barely enough for the listed consumers. To bring vehicles that run on electricity will require the development of an electrical grid that has not been seen before. The result is that it is not hard to imagine that Tesla has opted to create its electricity generation model available to the modern consumer. And that's a wrap on what Tesla battery swap is game-changing. What do you think about the relevant question to the video? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.